Bless Me, Ultima is a compelling novel penned by American author Rudolfo Anaya, 1937–2020. Originally published in 1972 under the banner of the independent Chicano publishing house, TQS Publications. This literary work stands as one of the pioneering accounts of Chicano culture that achieved widespread recognition in the United States. Drawing from his own life, Anaya crafts a semi-autobiographical narrative, painting a vivid picture of his coming of age in post-World War II New Mexico. Within the pages of this remarkable novel, Anaya delves into a rich tapestry of themes, including the intricate multiplicity within Chicano's identity, the influences of Catholicism, the interplay between innocence and the power of understanding, and the shaping forces of masculine and feminine on the concept of manhood. Bless Me, Ultima earned the esteemed Premio Quinto Sol upon its initial publication, solidifying its status as a significant work in Chicano literature. In 2013, this literary gem was adapted into a film of the same name, further extending its reach. Rudolfo Anaya's literary prowess did not go unnoticed, as he garnered a multitude of awards for his contributions. Among these accolades, he received the American Book Award and was honored with the 2015 National Humanities Medal. The narrative unfolds over the course of 22 chapters, each bearing Spanish titles like Uno, Dos, Tres, and so on, seamlessly woven into an English text adorned with Spanish words and phrases. The story revolves around Antonio Márez, affectionately known as Tony, a 6-year-old residing in the town of Guadalupe, New Mexico. His mother, Maria, hails from the devout Catholic Luna farming family, nurturing aspirations for her son to become a priest and scholar. In stark contrast, his father, Gabriel, a former vaquero or cowboy of the open plains known as the Llano, belongs to the adventurous Márez clan, who lead a nomadic lifestyle. Gabriel envisions a future where Antonio follows in his footsteps as a vaquero, even though this way of life is fading into obscurity. Antonio grapples with the weighty decision of which path to pursue, experiencing vivid dreams that mirror his waking quandaries. However, a pivotal moment arrives when Ultima, an elderly healer, and her mystical companion, a formidable owl, come to take up residence in the Márez household. Ultima, who had played the role of midwife at Antonio's birth, forms an unbreakable connection with the young boy, positioning herself as his guide and guardian of his destiny. Ultima commences Antonio's education, imparting profound wisdom about his role within the grand tapestry of the universe, emphasizing the immense power inherent in the natural world. However, their peaceful existence is shattered when Lupito, a local man deeply scarred by the horrors of war, commits a horrific act during a bout of PTSD, taking the life of the sheriff. Antonio, compelled by curiosity and a sense of duty, clandestinely follows his father, Gabriel, who joins a group of townsmen in pursuit of Lupito, eventually tracking him down to the nearby river of the Carp. Amid the chilling pleas of Narciso, a local man grappling with alcoholism, the men ultimately deliver a hail of bullets, bringing Lupito's life to a tragic end. Antonio, bearing witness to Lupito's harrowing demise, is profoundly scarred by the experience. It prompts him to embark on a soul-searching journey, challenging his understanding of sin, morality, and forgiveness. He grapples intensely with the notion of an unforgiving God who condemns impure souls to eternal damnation. These contemplations lead him to a fervent desire to safeguard the purity of his own soul against the pervasive forces of corruption. As Antonio initiates his formal education, he swiftly garners recognition as an exceptional student. Despite facing derision from some white classmates regarding his language and culinary preferences, he remains deeply engaged in his studies. However, doubts concerning Catholicism continue to gnaw at his conscience. His mother, Maria, offers solace by assuring him that enlightenment awaits him at his first communion, a milestone he eagerly anticipates. Amidst this spiritual turmoil, Antonio forms a friendship with Sico, who introduces him to a legend of a benevolent deity assuming the form of a magnificent golden carp. Antonio's encounter with this divine entity in a nearby creek profoundly stirs his emotions, but it also engenders anxiety because Catholicism sternly prohibits the worship of any god besides the one true God. The tranquility of the Márez family is shattered when they receive news of Antonio's uncle Lucas falling gravely ill, a malady attributed to a curse cast by the evil daughters of Tenorio Trementina, a local saloon proprietor. Despite the efforts of a priest, Lucas's condition does not improve. In a bid to save him, Ultima takes Antonio along to El Porta, where she draws upon indigenous herbal remedies and magical practices to break the curse and restore Lucas's well-being. Ultima's successful ritual to lift the curse proves to be a double-edged sword, as it inadvertently leads to the untimely demise of one of Tenorio's daughters, sparking his furious wrath. Ultima, in her wisdom, cautions about the potential unforeseen consequences of tampering with destiny. Witnessing Ultima's magical abilities triumph where the church had faltered, Antonio's faith in Catholicism wanes. He turns his attention to the legend of the carp, only to be disheartened by the revelation that even the golden carp dispenses death as punishment for transgressions. In his quest for a more forgiving faith, Antonio finds solace in his connection to the Virgin of Guadalupe. A series of heartrending tragedies shatter Antonio's innocence. His older brother returns from war plagued by PTSD and eventually departs from town, dashing Gabriel's dreams of relocating to California. On a fateful winter day, Antonio becomes a witness to the brutal murder of Narciso by Tenorio, who sought vengeance for Narciso's efforts to protect Ultima. In this bleak moment, Ultima offers Antonio comfort and continues to impart vital lessons on independence, responsibility, and kindness. She urges him to relinquish thoughts of vengeance and forgive Tenorio. Antonio grapples with the loss of his purity, seeking redemption through the act of taking communion to save his soul. The subsequent summer, Antonio accompanies Ultima as she works to dispel yet another of Tenorio's curses. Tragically, a second Trementina daughter meets her demise shortly thereafter, intensifying Tenorio's thirst for vengeance. The following summer brings further sorrow as Antonio's friend Florence tragically drowns in a local lake. Antonio wrestles with the belief that Florence's soul may be condemned to hell due to his atheism, leading him to question traditional Catholic concepts of sin and punishment. In the midst of his inner turmoil, Antonio experiences a vivid apocalyptic dream wherein he witnesses the downfall of three belief systems: the Church, the Golden Carp, and Ultima's magic. This leaves him feeling abandoned by God and uncertain about his path forward. As Antonio embarks on a journey to recover, he is sent to labor on the Luna family farm in El Porta. Along the way, he engages in a profound conversation about religion with his father, Gabriel, who acknowledges the fading relevance of the vaquero way of life. Gabriel encourages Antonio to transcend the long-standing Mars-Luna feud and carve his own destiny. Antonio's time spent laboring on the farm proves to be an enlightening experience, allowing him to gain a profound understanding of the devout Lunas. He emerges from this period of toil with a newfound realization that he need not make an exclusive choice between the two sides of his family. During his stay in El Porta, distressing news reaches Antonio. Another Trementina daughter has met a tragic fate, and Tenorio is on a vengeful journey toward the Maras family home with the intent to harm Ultima. Fueled by urgency, Antonio embarks on a swift journey back to Guadalupe, hoping to warn Ultima. Regrettably, he arrives just in the nick of time to witness the heart-wrenching scene unfold. Tenorio fires a fatal shot at Ultima's owl, only to meet his own demise shortly thereafter. At Ultima's deathbed, Antonio stands by her side, where she imparts her blessings upon him, invoking the power of all that is good. She designates him as her spiritual heir and entrusts him with a solemn duty to lay her owl to rest out on the vast Llano. Antonio dutifully carries out her final wishes, granting forgiveness to Tenorio and interring the owl beneath the protective shade of a juniper tree. He understands that although Ultima's physical presence may be gone, her spirit endures within the essence of the world. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.